The text came through at 6:47 p.m. while I was replacing brake pads on a Honda Civic. My phone buzzed on the workbench. Staying with a friend tonight. Don't wait up. Love you. I stared at the message, listening to the hum of fluorescent lights. Emma had never stayed at a friend's place without mentioning it beforehand, not in 9 years of marriage. The love you felt wrong, too casual, too performative, like checking a box. I pulled up our shared credit card app, the one we'd set up for transparency, back when transparency meant something. The most recent charge had posted 20 minutes ago. The Riverside Hotel, downtown, $347. Not a friend's house, a hotel. I took a screenshot, then opened our phone plan's family locator. Emma's dot pulsed on the map at the exact address of the Riverside Hotel. My hands were steady as I typed, "Which hotel is your friend staying at?" I didn't send it immediately, just looked at it, considering whether I was ready for whatever came next. Then I hit send and went back to the brake job. My phone stayed silent for 7 minutes. When the response came, it was exactly what I'd expected. "What are you talking about? I'm at Jessica's." Jessica, her college roommate who'd moved to Seattle 3 years ago. I typed back, "Jessica moved to Seattle in 2021, try again." Another pause, longer this time. "I met Michelle, sorry, long day, brains foggy." Michelle, her work friend on maternity leave in Florida. Michelle's in Florida with her newborn. Want to keep guessing? Or should I just tell you I can see the charge from the Riverside Hotel on our credit card? The silence stretched. 10 minutes, 15, 20. I finished the Honda, cleaned my tools, and was washing my hands when the next message arrived. "We need to talk." "We're talking now," I replied. "Not like this. When you get home." "I'll be home at 9, will you?" No response. I locked up the shop and drove home through evening traffic. The house was dark when I pulled in. Emma's car was gone. Inside, everything looked exactly as it had that morning. Her laptop charging on the counter, the book she'd been reading open on the couch, holding her place with a receipt from a restaurant I'd never been to. I sat at the kitchen table and waited, phone face up. At 9:47 p.m., her location dot started moving, heading away from the hotel, toward home. Emma came through the door at 10:23 p.m., still dressed for work but disheveled, her makeup smudged, her hair hastily fixed. She set her purse down, not quite looking at me. "So," I said. "So," she crossed her arms, "you went through our credit card. Our credit card that we both have access to, the one we set up specifically so neither of us would have financial secrets. That's not the same as tracking my every move." I laughed without humor. "Emma, you told me you were staying with a friend. I pointed out you were at a hotel. That's not tracking, that's reading a bank statement." She pulled out water from the fridge, took a long drink, buying time. "It's not what you think. It's a hotel room downtown charged to our joint card while lying about where you were. What am I supposed to think? I just needed space, time to myself. Is that a crime? Space from what? You work late 3 nights a week, you're always on your phone, and now you're renting hotel rooms." She turned to face me, and I saw something new in her eyes. Not guilt, calculation, testing different versions of truth. "I've been unhappy, for a while now. I didn't know how to tell you. So instead of telling me, you rented a hotel room and lied. I needed to think clearly, away from here. From me," I finished. She didn't deny it. I walked to the counter and opened my laptop. I did some thinking too. Our credit card history is educational. The Riverside isn't the first time. 3 weeks ago, the Monarch, $286. A month before that, the Gateway Inn, $198. Her face went white. 3 hotel rooms in 2 months. "Emma, all on nights you told me you were working late or with friends." "Michael." And each time, there's a restaurant charge right before. Del Frisco's, Morton's, places we've never been together, the kind of places someone uses to impress you. She sank into a chair, hands trembling. "Who is he?" I asked. Emma sat silently, staring at her hands. When she spoke, her voice was small. "His name is Trevor. He's a client at work." "How long?" 3 months, maybe 4. 4 months, while I'd been fixing cars and coming home to an empty house, she'd been building a separate life. The hotels were his idea. He said it was safer than his place or ours. More discreet. Discreet, except you charged them to our credit card. I didn't think you checked it closely. I didn't, until tonight, when you made up a story about staying with a friend who lives across the country. She looked up, tears forming, but they looked performative, like the love you in her text. I'm sorry, I never meant for this to happen. Trevor and I just connected. Don't tell me about your connection with the man you've been sleeping with in hotel rooms I helped pay for. You're right, I don't know what to say. The truth, all of it. How serious is it? What were you planning? Just keep charging hotels until I figured it out. She took a shaky breath. Trevor said he was going to leave his wife, that we could be together properly. I was waiting before telling you. The pieces clicked into place. Trevor's married. Separated. They've been having problems for years. That's what they all say, Emma. It's true, he showed me the separation papers. I almost laughed. You verified them, or just believed him because you wanted to? Her silence was answer enough. Let me guess, he can't be seen in public with you because of his wife, can't meet your friends because timing isn't right, can't leave yet because of complicated finances. She looked away. Emma, you're not having an affair with a man leaving his wife. You're the other woman for a man who has no intention of leaving, and you've been so desperate to believe him that you've been charging your affair to our credit card. That's not fair. What's not fair is coming home to an empty house 3 nights a week while you're at hotels with a married client, billing it to the account we set up for trust. Emma tried several more explanations over the next hour. Trevor loved her but needed time. The marriage was over anyway. I'd been distant. She'd felt neglected. I let her talk until she ran out of words. Then I pulled out the folder I'd been preparing. Here's what's happening. I've contacted a lawyer. These are separation papers. The credit cards are canceled. I called this afternoon. I've opened new accounts in my name only. The joint account is frozen pending divorce. Her eyes went wide. You can't do that. I can and did. My name's on everything too, and I've been documenting financial infidelity for evidence. Michael, please. We can work this out. Counseling, therapy, whatever you want. What I want is a wife who doesn't rent hotel rooms to cheat and charge them to our credit card. Since I don't have that, I'll settle for a clean divorce. You're being extreme. People make mistakes. Mistakes are one-time things. You've been systematically lying for 4 months, spending our money on your affair. That's not a mistake. That's multiple choices. She started crying in earnest, but I felt nothing. What about the house? Sell it, split it, or buy me out. The lawyer will handle it. And us? There's no us anymore. There hasn't been for months. I just didn't know until you texted about staying with a friend in Seattle. She reached for my hand. I pulled back. I love you, she said desperately. No, you love keeping your comfortable life while having your affair, but you can't have both. Trevor can keep paying for hotels, or you can figure out other arrangements. Either way, not my problem. Emma moved out 3 days later. Trevor, it turned out, had no intention of leaving his wife. When she called to say she was getting divorced, he suddenly remembered he needed to work on his marriage. She tried calling me after that, wanting to fix things, claiming terrible mistake. I didn't answer. Some mistakes you don't get to take back. The divorce was finalized 6 months later. Emma got the car and half the house equity. I got peace of mind and a lesson about trusting credit card statements more than late-night texts. Last I heard, she'd moved to a cheaper apartment, working extra hours to cover debts from her affair. Trevor went back to being devoted husband, probably already working on his next connection. I still work at the shop, still fix cars, but now when I come home, the house is quiet in a different way, not empty, just honest. Sometimes late at night, I think about that text, staying with a friend tonight, don't wait up. She was right, I didn't wait up, I woke up instead. And sometimes the best thing someone can do is lie so badly you finally see the truth. The Riverside Hotel still charges $347 a night for rooms where people make choices that end marriages, but they're not charging my credit card anymore. And that's all the space I ever needed.